Judge Judy is holding two pieces of paper up to the light, one in each hand, before either party has said a single word. "Ms. Alvarez," she says without looking up, "why does the loop on this Z lean left in January and lean right in June?" Nobody has explained anything yet. The question just sits there. The family suing today is the Delgado family, 2 adult children. Renata and Paul, representing their 83-year-old mother. Carmen, who sits between them in a wheelchair, hands folded, not speaking. Renata does the talking. She's rehearsed this. Over 14 months, $6,200 moved out of Carmen's checking account in cash withdrawals, money the family says their mother never authorized and, given her early-stage dementia diagnosis, likely never even noticed leaving. The withdrawals all happened on the same day each month, the day their home caregiver, Denise Alvarez, worked her shift. Denise sits at the defendant's table with a folder of her own, and she is not rattled. She's been a caregiver for 11 years. She has a system. Every withdrawal, she explains, was for approved expenses, groceries, a specialist copay, a stair lift repair, and every single one was signed off by Carmen herself, in writing in a logbook Denise kept for exactly this reason. She sets the logbook on the table like she's ending the conversation before it starts. Judge Judy opens it. 14 months of entries, each with a signature at the bottom. C. Delgado, neat, consistent. "Ms. Delgado," Judge Judy says to Carmen directly, gently, "is this your signature?" Carmen looks at the page for a long moment. "I don't remember signing this," she says. "I didn't sign this." Just, she doesn't remember. Renata's jaw tightens. That's not the answer she wanted. Judge Judy notices it too, files it away, and turns back to Denise. "You said she signed every entry personally, in front of you." "That's correct, Your Honor. Every month, on the same day in the same neat handwriting, from a woman who," Judge Judy checks the medical form in front of her, "was noted by her own physician as having, quote, increasing difficulty with fine motor tasks including handwriting. As of 8 months ago, she lets that sit. Walk me through that." Denise doesn't blink. "Good days and bad days, Your Honor. She had good days." Judge Judy doesn't push further. She sets the logbook down, thanks both sides for their statements so far, and says she'd like a short recess before ruling on the documentary evidence. Her eyes stay on the logbook a beat too long as she says it, before Denise Alvarez explains one more signature, hit subscribe. Because what Judge Judy finds when she comes back changes everything about who's really been signing that book. When court resumes, Judge Judy doesn't open with a question. She opens with a comparison. She's laid 2 pages from the logbook side by side under the document camera. One from March, one from September, both bearing Carmen's signature. On screen, blown up, the difference is obvious in a way it wasn't on paper. The C in March starts with a small hook at the top. The C in September doesn't. The spacing between letters in March is uneven, shaky. The spacing in September is smooth. Practiced. 2 signatures, Judge Judy says. Same woman, 6 months apart. One of these was written by someone whose hand was failing her. The other wasn't. She looks at Denise. "Which one is your client's real signature, Ms. Alvarez? The shaky one or the smooth one?" Denise's answer comes fast, maybe too fast. "People's handwriting varies day to day, Your Honor. That's not—" "It varies," Judge Judy agrees. "It doesn't reverse itself every other month for 14 months straight. That's not variation. That's 2 hands. This is the first crack. Not a confession, just a flicker, Denise's fingers tightening slightly on the edge of the table. It's not enough yet." Judge Judy doesn't chase it. Instead, she turns to Carmen again. "Mrs. Delgado, I want to ask you something specific and take your time. Do you remember ever refusing to sign something Ms. Alvarez asked you to sign?" Carmen is quiet for a moment. Then softly, "She used to get frustrated when I couldn't hold the pen right. Sometimes she'd say, 'Just let me help you,' and she'd guide my hand." Carmen pauses. "Other times I don't remember signing at all. I'd just find the book already. Done." The room shifts. Renata's hand goes to her mouth. Paul stares at his mother like he's meeting her for the first time. Judge Judy lets the silence sit for a long moment before she speaks again. "You told this court 14 months of signatures were given freely, in front of you, by a competent, willing woman. Which version is true, the one in your folder, or the one she just told us?" And here is where Denise's composure finally breaks. Not loudly, not dramatically, Just one sentence delivered too fast to sound rehearsed. She needed the help buying things. I wasn't stealing from her, I was just making it easier. She stops herself. It's too late. Easier for her to consent, Judge Judy asks. Or easier for you to withdraw money without her ever really agreeing to it? Denise doesn't answer. She doesn't need to. Judge Judy ruling is short. Judgment for the Delgado family in the full amount, $6,200, plus a referral of the case file to Adult Protective Services for review of financial exploitation of a vulnerable adult. A logbook full of signatures isn't proof of consent, she says, closing the folder. It's proof of how easy it is to make theft look like paperwork when the person you're stealing from can't call it what it is. Outside the courtroom, the Delgado family learns Denise's caregiving license is already under separate review from an unrelated complaint filed 8 months earlier, one the agency never followed up on. Carmen, for her part, doesn't seem to fully register the ruling. She asks Renata quietly on the way out whether Denise is coming by on Thursday like usual. Nobody answers her right away. Was Denise Alvarez a caregiver who crossed a line out of convenience? Or someone who built a system designed from day one to exploit a woman who'd never notice? You decide. Subscribe for next week's case. A man inherits his late father's storage unit and finds a second family he never knew existed.